Welcome back, coin collectors. Have the values of some Lincoln Wheat Pennies really doubled in just 1 year? Today, we're taking a closer look at the 1925, 1935, 1940, 1945, 1946, and 1951 Lincoln Wheat Pennies to uncover their fascinating history, unique features, rare mint errors, and current market values. Some of these classic 1-cent coins have become highly sought after because of their scarcity, collectible varieties, and strong demand. Stay with us until the end to discover which wheat pennies could be worth far more than their face value, and what details you should look for before spending one. Let's get started. First up, the 1925 Lincoln Wheat Penny, without a mint mark, is one of the most fascinating coins that collectors continue to search for across the United States. Even though millions of these pennies were produced nearly 100 years ago, many examples have disappeared because of circulation damage, corrosion, and everyday use. If you happen to discover a 1925 wheat penny in an old jar piggy bank family collection or pocket change, you should never rush to spend it before learning its true value. While most worn examples are worth only a modest premium, certain well-preserved coins and rare error varieties have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars at auction, making this historic penny an exciting find for collectors of all experience levels. The story of the 1925 wheat penny begins during a period of tremendous economic growth in America. The Lincoln cent had already become one of the nation's most recognizable coins after replacing the Indian head cent in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays two graceful wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. The Philadelphia Mint struck the 1925 penny without a mint mark, and these coins entered circulation where they were used daily for decades. Today, finding one in rough condition reminds collectors of the long journey that coin has taken through American history. A 1925 wheat penny without a mint mark can easily be identified by checking the area below the date on the front of the coin. If there is no D or S mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Even when the surfaces are heavily worn, the date and Lincoln portrait often remain visible enough for identification. Coins in rough condition usually show faded details, scratches, dark toning, and flattened lettering, but they still attract collectors because of their age and historical significance. Every scratch tells part of the story of a coin that may have changed hands thousands of times over nearly a century. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for the 1925 wheat penny is the possibility of finding valuable mint errors. Error coins are always in demand because they were created by mistakes during the striking process. Collectors closely inspect 1925 pennies for off-center strikes, die cracks, die breaks, clipped planchets, lamination errors, and double die characteristics. These unusual features can dramatically increase the value of an otherwise ordinary coin. Even a rough condition example with a genuine mint error may sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on the rarity and strength of the mistake. Condition plays an enormous role in determining the market value of every wheat penny. A rough condition 1925 penny with heavy wear generally sells for around $1 to $5, depending on eye appeal and originality. Better circulated examples showing more detail often range from $10 to $50. Coins with attractive natural color and minimal damage can reach $100 or more. Uncirculated examples with full original mint red surfaces regularly sell for several $100s, while the finest certified specimens have reached several $1,000s at major auctions. Many people believe every old penny is automatically valuable, but experienced collectors know that rarity, quality, and demand determine market prices. The 1925 Philadelphia wheat penny is not among the rarest Lincoln cents by mintage, but high-grade examples are much harder to locate than heavily circulated coins. Because so many were used for everyday commerce during the 20th century, most surviving examples show significant wear. This makes beautiful uncirculated pieces especially desirable, and explains why collectors are willing to pay impressive prices for coins with exceptional preservation. If you own a 1925 wheat penny, the first step is to examine it carefully under bright lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for the absence of a mint mark beneath the date, confirm that the wheat ears are present on the reverse, and inspect the surfaces for unusual characteristics. Never clean the coin because cleaning permanently damages the original surface and can significantly reduce collector value. Even if the coin appears dirty or dark, its natural appearance is usually preferred by professional buyers and grading companies. Professional coin grading services can make a tremendous difference when selling valuable wheat pennies. Companies such as PCGS and NGC authenticate coins, assign official grades, and protect them in secure holders. A certified 1925 wheat penny often attracts more buyers because collectors have confidence in its authenticity and condition. If your coin has an unusual error, sharp details, or exceptional color, professional grading may increase its market appeal and potentially lead to a much higher selling price. One exciting aspect of collecting wheat pennies is the possibility of discovering hidden treasures in ordinary places. Valuable coins have been found in inherited collections, old piggy banks, estate sales, antique shops, flea markets, and forgotten coin albums. Many people unknowingly keep old pennies without realizing that collectors actively search for them every day. Checking every 1925 wheat penny carefully could reveal a scarce variety or a high-quality survivor that is worth much more than expected. The unique design of the wheat penny continues to make it one of America's most beloved coins. Abraham Lincoln's portrait remains a symbol of leadership, unity, and freedom, while the wheat ears represent the nation's agricultural strength during the early 20th century. Because the wheat reverse was replaced in 1959, every surviving example has become an important piece of American numismatic history. Collectors appreciate these coins not only for their potential value, but also for the stories they preserve from another era. Current market prices for the 1925 wheat penny continue to fluctuate based on collector demand, auction results, and certified population reports. Rough circulated examples often trade for $1 to $5, while attractive circulated coins commonly sell between $20 and $100. High-grade uncirculated coins may reach several $100s, and exceptional certified examples with outstanding preservation or rare characteristics can sell for thousands of dollars. Genuine mint-era coins may also command strong premiums depending on the specific era and its rarity. Before selling any old wheat penny, it is wise to compare recent auction prices and consult experienced coin dealers or professional grading services. Avoid accepting the first offer without researching the coin, because prices can vary widely depending on condition, originality, and collector demand. A careful evaluation may reveal hidden value that is not immediately obvious, especially if the coin displays unusual striking characteristics or exceptional eye appeal despite its age. The popularity of Lincoln Wheat Pennies continues to grow because new collectors enter the hobby every year. Many enjoy building complete date and mint mark collections, while others specialize in era coins or high-grade examples. The 1925 Philadelphia issue remains an essential part of every Lincoln cent collection, making it consistently desirable in the marketplace. This ongoing demand helps support stable values and keeps interest in these historic coins strong across the United States. If your 1925 wheat penny has survived in rough condition, do not assume it has no value. Age alone makes it an interesting collectible, and certain rare characteristics can transform an ordinary-looking coin into an exciting discovery. Carefully inspect the date, mint mark, area, edges, and surfaces before making any decisions. Sometimes the smallest detail can mean the difference between a common collectible and a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Next up, the 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of the most recognizable classic American coins still found in old collections and inherited coin jars. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, these coins carry no mint mark beneath the date, making them easy to identify. Although millions were struck during the Great Depression, collectors continue searching for high-grade examples, attractive original surfaces, and rare mint errors that can make this humble 1-cent coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you own a dirty or heavily circulated 1935 wheat penny, don't throw it away before learning what makes certain examples surprisingly valuable. The history of the 1935 wheat penny is closely connected to one of the most difficult economic periods in American history. During the Great Depression, every cent had purchasing power, and Lincoln wheat pennies were an essential part of everyday commerce across the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays two wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Today, collectors appreciate this design because it represents an important era in American history and remains one of the country's most iconic coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 245 million Lincoln Wheat Pennies in 1935 without a mint mark. Because of this large mintage, most circulated examples are common. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. A dirty coin that has spent decades in circulation usually has lower value than a bright, uncirculated example. Even so, many dirty coins still attract collectors if they have strong details, original surfaces, or unusual varieties. Never clean an old coin, as cleaning can reduce its collector value significantly. One of the easiest ways to identify a 1935 Philadelphia wheat penny is by checking beneath the date. If there is no D or S, it was struck in Philadelphia. The coin is made primarily of copper with a small amount of tin and zinc and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. Its reddish-brown appearance gradually changes to brown after years of circulation. Collectors often classify these coins by color, including red, red-brown, and brown, with full red examples commanding the highest prices. Although a dirty 1935 wheat penny may appear ordinary, careful inspection can reveal valuable characteristics. Collectors look for sharp lettering, strong wheat lines, complete details in Lincoln's hair, and minimal damage. Coins with natural aging and original surfaces are generally preferred over cleaned or polished pieces. Even if the coin is dark or dirty, preserving its original finish often makes it more desirable to experienced collectors than an artificially cleaned example. Error coins are another reason collectors search through rolls of 1935 wheat pennies. While most coins are normal, a few display valuable minting mistakes such as off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or lamination errors. Depending on the type and severity of the error, these rare varieties may sell for hundreds or even several $1,000s at auction. Professional authentication is recommended before assuming a coin is a genuine mint error. The current market value of a 1935 wheat penny without a mint mark depends heavily on condition. A heavily circulated or dirty example typically sells for around $1 to several dollars if it has no special characteristics. Better circulated examples with stronger details often sell for several dollars to several dozen dollars. Extremely fine and about uncirculated coins frequently reach prices ranging from tens to well over $100, while certified mint state examples can bring several $100s. Rare top-grade red coins or significant error varieties have sold for thousands of dollars in the collector market. Professional grading services play an important role in determining the value of valuable wheat pennies. Companies such as PCGS and NGC examine authenticity, preservation, color, wear, and surface quality before assigning a grade. A small improvement in grade can dramatically increase value. Therefore, if your 1935 wheat penny appears unusually sharp or displays a possible mint error, professional grading may be worth considering before selling it. Many collectors overlook dirty coins because they assume appearance determines value. In reality, experienced collectors know that originality is often more important than brightness. Dirt and natural toning accumulated over decades can actually indicate that a coin has not been cleaned. Removing this natural surface may permanently reduce collector interest. For this reason, experts consistently recommend leaving old wheat pennies exactly as they are until they have been properly evaluated. Another interesting feature of the 1935 wheat penny is its connection to millions of Americans who lived through the Great Depression. Every coin circulated through stores, farms, factories, schools, and neighborhoods during a challenging chapter of United States history. Each surviving example carries a small piece of that history, making it more meaningful than its 1-cent face value. This historical significance continues to attract both beginner and advanced collectors around the world. Demand for Lincoln Wheat pennies remains strong because they are affordable to collect while still offering the possibility of discovering rare varieties. Coin roll hunters, estate sale buyers, and collectors regularly search old jars and inherited collections hoping to find exceptional examples. Although most 1935 pennies are common, the excitement of uncovering a rare error or an outstanding mint state coin keeps interest in the series alive year after year. If you discover a 1935 wheat penny without a mint mark, examine it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual die cracks, off-center strikes, or unusually sharp details. Avoid scratching, polishing, or cleaning the coin. Store it safely in a protective holder to prevent additional wear while you research its potential value or have it evaluated by a professional. Auction results demonstrate that exceptional examples consistently outperform ordinary circulated coins. Certified high-grade red specimens have achieved impressive prices because they are much scarcer than worn brown examples. Likewise, dramatic mint errors attract competitive bidding from specialists who focus on Lincoln cent varieties. This wide range of values explains why one 1935 wheat penny may sell for only a few dollars, while another can bring hundreds or even thousands. Whether your coin is dirty, worn, or surprisingly well preserved, it deserves a closer look before spending or selling it. Many people unknowingly overlook valuable details that can transform an ordinary-looking wheat penny into a sought-after collectible. Learning about mint marks, condition, color, grading, and era varieties greatly improves your chances of identifying a coin with significant collector value. In conclusion, the 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark remains one of America's most fascinating one-cent coins. Its Great Depression history, timeless wheat reverse design, and potential for valuable errors continue to make it popular among collectors. While most dirty circulated examples are modestly priced, better condition coins, certified mint state pieces, and genuine era varieties can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Before you spend or clean your old 1935 wheat penny, inspect it carefully. You may be holding a small piece of American history with surprising collector value. Next up, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of the most recognizable classic American coins still found in old collections and inherited coin jars today. At first glance, it may look like nothing more than an old copper cent that has spent decades in circulation, but collectors know that some examples are worth far more than 1 cent. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark at the time, this coin represents an important period in American history just before the United States entered World War II. Millions were struck, yet the survival of high-quality examples and rare era varieties has made this date especially interesting for collectors. If you have an old and worn 1940 wheat penny tucked away in a drawer, you should examine it carefully before spending it because its value could surprise you. The story of the 1940 wheat penny begins with the famous Lincoln Cent series, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a detailed portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse displays 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This iconic design remained in production until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The 1940 issue continued this proud tradition and became part of one of the most collected coin series in the world. A 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Since Philadelphia did not place a mint mark on Lincoln cents during this period, the absence of a mint mark is completely normal. Collectors identify these coins by checking beneath the date on the obverse. If no letter appears there, the coin was made in Philadelphia. Although millions were produced, condition plays a huge role in determining value, making worn examples common while beautiful uncirculated coins remain much harder to find. An old condition 1940 wheat penny usually shows heavy wear across Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears on the reverse. The high points of Lincoln's hair, cheek, and coat often become smooth after decades of circulation. On the reverse, the wheat stalks may lose much of their fine detail. Even with this wear, collectors still appreciate these coins because they are over 80 years old and represent a fascinating era in United States history. Many people unknowingly keep these coins in jars or family collections without realizing they hold a genuine piece of American heritage. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for the 1940 wheat penny is the possibility of finding valuable mint errors or unusual varieties. While ordinary circulated examples are generally modest in value, coins displaying doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or dramatic strike errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. These error coins attract strong interest because each one is unique and tells a different story about the minting process. The 1940 wheat penny is made primarily of copper with a small amount of tin and zinc, giving it the classic reddish-brown appearance that many collectors love. Over time, exposure to air, moisture, and handling changes the surface color from bright red to red-brown and finally deep brown. Collectors classify these color stages because bright original red examples are considerably scarcer and often command much higher prices than darker circulated coins. When discussing value, it is important to separate ordinary circulated coins from exceptional collector pieces. A heavily worn 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark typically sells for only a small premium over face value, often between $0.25 and $5 depending on condition. Better preserved examples in fine, very fine, or extremely fine grades may range from $10 to $50. Attractive uncirculated coins with strong original detail can reach $100 to several $100s, while certified high-grade pieces and rare error coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Professional grading has become an important part of the coin market because collectors want confidence in authenticity and condition. Coins graded by respected third-party grading services often bring higher prices than raw examples because buyers trust the assigned grade. A sharp, well-preserved 1940 wheat penny in mint state condition may attract competitive bidding, especially if it retains original red color or displays an impressive strike. If you discover a 1940 wheat penny, begin by checking the date carefully and confirming there is no mint mark below it. Next, examine the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubled lettering, unusual marks created during striking, off-center designs, cracks through the design, or any feature that looks different from a normal coin. These characteristics could indicate a collectible error that significantly increases value. The popularity of wheat pennies continues to grow because they are affordable entry-level collectibles while still offering the excitement of rare discoveries. Many collectors attempt to build complete date and mint collections, and every old penny adds another chapter to the history of American coinage. The 1940 issue is especially appealing because it comes from the years immediately preceding America's involvement in World War II, making it historically meaningful as well as collectible. Collectors also appreciate the craftsmanship of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. Despite being only a 1-cent coin, the detailed engraving of Lincoln's portrait and the graceful wheat ears on the reverse reflect the artistic standards of early 20th century American coinage. Even in old condition, much of this classic design remains visible, reminding collectors why the wheat penny remains one of the most beloved coins ever produced in the United States. Market demand for wheat pennies changes over time as collector interest grows. Online auctions, coin shows, and professional dealers regularly buy and sell 1940 wheat pennies in a wide range of conditions. While ordinary examples are common, exceptional coins with original surfaces, attractive color, or rare mint errors consistently attract stronger prices. Understanding the difference between a common circulated coin and a premium collectible is essential before selling any old penny. Many people make the mistake of cleaning old coins before showing them to a dealer or collector. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and significantly reduce collector value. If your 1940 wheat penny appears dirty or toned, it is usually best to leave it exactly as found. Natural aging is often preferred by collectors, while harsh cleaning can lower a coin's desirability and selling price. If you believe your 1940 wheat penny might be valuable, consider having it examined by a knowledgeable coin dealer or submitted for professional grading. Experts can identify subtle varieties and authentic mint errors that may not be obvious to beginners. A careful evaluation could reveal that what appears to be an ordinary old penny is actually a collectible coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark remains one of the classic treasures of American coin collecting. Its connection to history, timeless design, and the possibility of valuable errors continue to make it a favorite among collectors worldwide. Although most old condition examples are modestly priced, the finest preserved coins and rare error varieties can achieve remarkable values in today's market. Before spending any old wheat penny, take a few moments to inspect it closely. You may be holding a small piece of American history that is worth far more than 1 cent. Next up, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of the most recognizable coins in American history and continues to attract collectors from around the world. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary 1-cent coin that has spent decades in circulation, but many examples have become highly collectible because of their condition, rarity in top grades, and valuable mint errors. If you have a 1945 wheat penny hidden in an old coin jar, inherited collection, or pocket change, you could be holding a coin worth far more than 1 cent. In today's video, we will explore the fascinating history of the 1945 wheat penny, its unique design, important features, how to identify a valuable example, and why collectors are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for the finest specimens. Stay with us until the end, because one small detail could dramatically increase the value of your coin. The story of the 1945 wheat penny begins during the closing months of World War II. America was still deeply involved in the global conflict, and the United States Mint was producing millions of coins to support a rapidly growing economy. Only a few years earlier, in 1943, pennies had been made from zinc-coated steel because copper was needed for military equipment. By 1944, the mint returned to a bronze composition using recycled shell casings, and that same bronze alloy continued into 1945. As a result, the 1945 wheat penny represents an important period in American history when the nation was transitioning from wartime production toward peace. Every coin struck during that year carries with it a connection to one of the most significant moments of the 20th century. A 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins produced at the Denver or San Francisco mints, Philadelphia cents of this era did not display a mint mark beneath the date. This simple detail is extremely important because it immediately identifies where the coin was made. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 1 billion Lincoln cents in 1945, making the coin common in circulated grades. However, despite the large mintage, finding examples with exceptional detail, original mint luster, and virtually no wear becomes increasingly difficult. That is why collectors carefully examine each coin before determining its true market value. The obverse of the 1945 wheat penny features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VDB appear near the lower edge of the portrait. Around Lincoln are the inscriptions in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date 1945. The reverse displays 2 wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto EPLURBUSUNUM above. This iconic wheat cent design was used from 1909 through 1958 and remains one of the most beloved coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint. Its classic appearance continues to inspire collectors of every generation. If your 1945 wheat penny is described as being in fine condition, it means the coin has experienced moderate circulation but still retains strong details. Lincoln's portrait should remain clearly visible, with many facial features intact, while the wheat ears on the reverse should still display distinct grain lines. Fine-condition coins are significantly more attractive than heavily worn examples and are often sought by collectors assembling complete Lincoln wheat cent collections. Although fine condition is not considered rare, it represents an excellent balance between affordability and historical preservation, making these coins popular among beginners and experienced collectors alike. Today's market value for a 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark depends greatly on its condition, color, and overall eye appeal. Most circulated examples typically sell for a few cents to several dollars, while attractive fine-condition coins often trade in the range of several dollars to a few dozen dollars. However, exceptionally preserved mint state examples certified by professional grading services can reach hundreds of dollars. Coins graded MS66 red may sell for several $100s, while superb gem-quality examples graded MS67 red have achieved prices well into the thousands of dollars at major auctions. The highest quality coins remain extremely scarce because very few survive decades without wear or environmental damage. Collectors should also search carefully for valuable mint errors on the 1945 wheat penny. Error coins are often worth significantly more than standard examples. Some of the most desirable errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination errors, and dramatic die breaks. Double die varieties showing noticeable doubling on the lettering or date can also command impressive premiums. Even though these errors are relatively uncommon, they attract tremendous attention whenever they appear at auctions because each error is unique and tells its own story about the coining process. Another factor affecting value is the original color of the coin. Professional grading services classify copper coins into 3 color categories: brown, red-brown, and red. Brown coins have darkened naturally over time and are generally the least valuable. Red-brown coins retain part of their original mint color and are often worth more. Fully red examples preserve nearly all of their original bright copper appearance and are usually the most valuable. A 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark that still displays brilliant red surfaces after more than 80 years is considered a remarkable survivor and can command a significant premium in today's collector market. Authentication and grading are extremely important for valuable wheat pennies. Companies such as PCGS and NGC evaluate a coin's authenticity, preservation, strike quality, and overall condition before assigning an official grade. Certified coins often sell for higher prices because buyers have confidence in the grading accuracy. If you believe your 1945 wheat penny has exceptional condition or a rare mint error, submitting it for professional grading may increase its appeal and potentially its market value. Serious collectors generally prefer certified coins when making expensive purchases. Many people discover valuable wheat pennies in inherited collections, old piggy banks, estate sales, antique shops, or forgotten jars of change. Because billions of Lincoln cents were produced throughout the 20th century, countless examples still remain in private hands. While most are common, every collector dreams of finding a spectacular high-grade example or a rare mint error hiding among ordinary coins. This excitement keeps coin collecting popular across generations and encourages people to inspect every old penny before spending it. The popularity of the Lincoln Wheat Penny continues to grow because it combines American history, beautiful artwork, and the thrill of treasure hunting. New collectors appreciate its affordability, while experienced numismatists enjoy searching for superior grades, unusual varieties, and rare errors. The 1945 issue occupies a special place because it marks the end of World War II and represents a turning point in American history. Owning one allows collectors to preserve a genuine artifact from a remarkable period that changed the world forever. If you own several 1945 wheat pennies, compare each one carefully under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Look for sharp lettering, strong wheat lines, minimal wear, attractive natural color, and possible striking errors. Avoid cleaning your coins because even gentle polishing can permanently damage the surface and reduce collector value. Original surfaces are always preferred by experienced buyers and professional grading services. A cleaned coin often sells for considerably less than an untouched example with honest natural aging. Auction records demonstrate that outstanding 1945 wheat pennies continue to perform well whenever premium quality specimens become available. While average circulated examples remain affordable, top-grade certified red coins have sold for hundreds, and even several $1,000s depending on rarity, grade, and collector demand at the time of sale. These impressive prices remind collectors that condition is everything in numismatics. Two coins from the same year can have dramatically different values simply because one has survived in far better condition than the other. As interest in rare American coins continues to expand worldwide, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark remains one of the most collected Lincoln cents ever produced. Whether your coin is a modest fine-condition example, a beautiful uncirculated survivor, or an exciting mint error, it deserves a careful examination before being spent or stored away. Every old coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than its face value. Next up, the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is one of the most popular coins among collectors of United States currency because it represents the beginning of the post-World War II era. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, these coins do not carry a mint mark, which often causes new collectors to wonder if they have discovered something rare. While millions of regular 1946 pennies were struck, certain examples with exceptional preservation, attractive original color, or rare minting errors can be worth far more than 1 cent. Even a dusty coin found in an old jar or hidden inside a toolbox deserves a careful inspection because collectors always search for overlooked treasures that could bring surprising value. The history of the 1946 wheat penny is closely connected to America's recovery after the end of World War II. Industries that had spent years supporting the war effort returned to civilian production, and the United States Mint resumed producing coins for everyday commerce in massive quantities. The famous Lincoln portrait designed by Victor David Brenner remained on the front of the coin, while the reverse displayed the classic wheat ears that had been used since 1909. These wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and growth, making the design one of the most recognizable in American numismatic history. A 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins produced in Denver or San Francisco, Philadelphia cents of this period did not include a mint mark beneath the date. This simple detail often confuses beginners, but it is completely normal. The absence of a mint mark identifies the coin's place of manufacture rather than indicating an error. However, collectors still examine Philadelphia pennies carefully because rare die varieties, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors can significantly increase their value. If your 1946 wheat penny is in dusty condition, never assume it is worthless. Dust and dirt can hide attractive surfaces underneath, but collectors strongly recommend leaving the coin uncleaned. Cleaning a coin usually damages its original surface and reduces its collector value. Even a dusty penny with natural aging is preferred over one that has been polished or scrubbed. Original color, untouched surfaces, and authentic wear are highly valued in the coin collecting community. One of the most interesting features of the 1946 wheat penny is its composition. It was struck from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving the coin its rich reddish appearance when new. Because of this high copper content, many examples have developed beautiful brown or chocolate tones over decades of circulation. Some coins retain their original red luster and are especially desirable because so few survived in pristine condition. Collectors pay close attention to the condition of every 1946 wheat penny. A heavily worn coin usually carries only a small premium over face value, but examples in fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state grades increase dramatically in value. Coins with strong details on Lincoln's hair, sharp wheat ears on the reverse, and minimal surface marks are always more attractive to buyers. Professional grading services can certify exceptional pieces and make them easier to sell for higher prices. The current market value of a normal 1946 wheat penny, without a mint mark, in dusty circulated condition, generally ranges from about $1 to $10, depending on its overall appearance. Better preserved examples often sell for $20 to $75, while attractive uncirculated coins commonly bring $100 to $300. Premium red mint state examples can reach $500 to over $1,000, especially when professionally graded with high numerical grades. Rare error coins may command several $1,000s if authenticated. Some of the most valuable 1946 wheat pennies are not ordinary coins but mint errors. Collectors eagerly search for double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, and dramatic die breaks. These unusual mistakes occurred during the minting process and create unique coins that cannot be duplicated. Depending on the rarity and severity of the error, values may range from a few $100s to several $1,000s at auction. Another reason the 1946 wheat penny remains popular is its accessibility. Many families inherited jars of old pennies from parents or grandparents, and these collections often contain wheat cents from the 1940s. Every year, collectors continue searching through old coin rolls, estate collections, and bank boxes hoping to discover an overlooked high-grade specimen or valuable error coin. The excitement of finding a hidden treasure keeps interest in these coins alive. Although the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of 1946 pennies, relatively few survived in perfect condition. Most entered circulation immediately after being minted and were used in everyday commerce for years. Because of this heavy circulation, coins with original mint luster and almost no wear are surprisingly difficult to locate today. This scarcity in top grades explains why certified mint state examples command impressive prices in today's collector market. When examining a 1946 wheat penny, inspect the date, Lincoln's portrait, the wheat ears, and the rim using a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual shapes in the numbers, cracks through the design, or striking mistakes. These characteristics may indicate an error coin worth much more than a common example. Even small differences can have a significant impact on collector demand and final selling price. Professional coin collectors also appreciate the historical importance of the 1946 wheat penny. It circulated during a period when American families were rebuilding after the war, industries were expanding, and millions of veterans were returning home. Every surviving penny serves as a small piece of that remarkable chapter in United States history. Holding one today is like holding a tiny artifact from one of the nation's most significant periods of economic growth. If you believe your 1946 wheat penny is especially sharp or unusual, consider having it authenticated by a respected grading company before selling it. Certification provides confidence to buyers and often increases market value because the coin's authenticity and condition are independently verified. High-grade certified coins are especially popular at auctions where serious collectors compete for the finest known examples. Many online videos and social media posts claim that every 1946 wheat penny is worth thousands or even millions of dollars. In reality, most ordinary circulated examples are modestly valued. The coins that bring extraordinary prices are usually those with exceptional preservation, rare mint errors, or outstanding certified grades. Understanding this difference helps collectors make informed decisions and avoid unrealistic expectations. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark continues to capture the attention of collectors because it combines fascinating American history, a classic design, and the possibility of discovering a valuable rarity. Even a dusty coin should never be cleaned or discarded until it has been carefully examined. While many examples are worth only a few dollars, the finest specimens and genuine mint errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That possibility is exactly why millions of collectors continue checking old wheat pennies, hoping the next forgotten coin they find could become an exciting and valuable discovery next up. The most 1951D wheat pennies are common in circulated grades. Exceptional pieces have attracted strong attention from collectors who are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for the finest surviving examples. In today's video, we will explore the fascinating history of the 1951D wheat penny, discover its unique features, examine the rare varieties that increase its value, and explain why this humble copper coin remains one of the most popular Lincoln cents ever produced. The 1951D wheat penny was produced at the Denver Mint during the post-World War II economic expansion in the United States. America was experiencing rapid industrial growth, expanding suburbs, and increasing consumer spending, and billions of pennies were needed to support everyday commerce. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Wheat cent had already become one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The obverse features President Abraham Lincoln facing right, while the reverse displays two elegant wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This iconic design remained in use from 1909 until it was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. One of the easiest ways to identify this coin is by locating the small D mint mark beneath the date. This tiny letter indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. Although the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of 1951D wheat pennies, collectors continue searching for outstanding examples with strong details, original mint luster, and minimal wear. Because many coins entered circulation immediately after production, finding beautifully preserved examples decades later has become increasingly challenging. A genuine 1951D wheat penny is composed primarily of copper, with a small percentage of tin and zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. The coin has a plain edge and displays Brenner's famous initials, VDB, on the lower portion of Lincoln's shoulder. These specifications remained consistent for most wheat cents produced before the composition changed during later decades. Collectors often verify these characteristics when authenticating valuable coins. If your 1951D wheat penny is in good circulated condition, its value is generally modest because many examples survive today. However, collectors still appreciate these coins as affordable additions to complete Lincoln Wheat cent collections. Coins with attractive surfaces, even brown color, and clear details usually command higher prices than damaged or heavily corroded pieces. Preservation always plays a major role in determining a coin's market value. The real excitement begins when collectors discover high-grade uncirculated examples. Coins that retain their original red copper color, sharp strike, and brilliant mint luster are significantly scarcer than circulated pieces. Certified mint state examples graded by professional grading services often sell for substantially more than ordinary circulated coins. The finest known specimens with exceptional eye appeal have reached prices in the hundreds, and in some cases, thousands of dollars at major auctions, because advanced collectors compete aggressively for top-quality registry coins. Mint errors can transform an ordinary 1951D wheat penny into an extraordinary collectible. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, die clashes, clipped planchets, and dramatic repunched mint marks are among the errors collectors eagerly seek. These unusual production mistakes occurred during the minting process and create coins that are both fascinating and scarce. The more dramatic and well-preserved the error, the greater the potential value may become. Another important factor affecting value is color designation. Professional grading companies classify copper coins as brown, red-brown, or red. A fully red 1951D wheat penny that has retained nearly all of its original mint color is considerably more desirable than one that has turned dark brown through decades of circulation and oxidation. This simple difference in appearance can dramatically influence collector demand and auction prices. Professional grading is essential for expensive wheat pennies. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC evaluate authenticity, condition, and overall quality before assigning an official grade. Certified coins provide buyers with greater confidence and often sell for stronger prices than raw, ungraded examples. If you believe your 1951D wheat penny has exceptional quality or an unusual mint error, professional certification may be worth considering. Current market values vary widely depending on condition. A typical 1951D wheat penny in good circulated condition is usually worth only a modest premium over face value. Very fine and extremely fine examples generally bring higher prices, while mint state coins with strong eye appeal can sell for dozens or hundreds of dollars. Rare error coins or superb gem quality certified examples have the potential to reach into the thousands of dollars when offered at competitive auctions. Collectors examine every detail before purchasing a valuable wheat penny. They look for full wheat lines, strong lettering, original surfaces, natural color, and the absence of cleaning, scratches, corrosion, or environmental damage. Even a lightly cleaned coin can lose much of its collector value. Patience and careful inspection are essential when evaluating older Lincoln cents. Many people unknowingly spend collectible coins because they never inspect their pocket change or inherited collections. Old coin jars, family albums, estate collections, and forgotten piggy banks have occasionally produced impressive discoveries. While finding a $1,000 1951D wheat penny is uncommon, searching through old collections remains one of the most enjoyable parts of the coin collecting hobby. The popularity of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series continues to grow because it combines American history, beautiful classic design, and the excitement of treasure hunting. New collectors appreciate the affordability of common dates, while experienced numismatists pursue the finest certified examples and rare mint errors. This broad appeal helps maintain strong collector interest year after year. If you own a 1951D wheat penny, handle it carefully by its edges and avoid polishing or cleaning it. Cleaning removes the natural surface that collectors value and can significantly reduce a coin's worth. Instead, store the coin in a protective holder and compare it with trusted grading guides or consult a reputable coin dealer if you believe it may be an exceptional specimen. The 1951D wheat penny reminds us that every old coin has a story waiting to be discovered. Although most circulated examples are inexpensive, outstanding uncirculated coins and genuine mint era varieties can attract impressive prices in today's collector market. The next time you search through an old coin collection, take a closer look at every 1951D wheat penny you find. You may not uncover a fortune every time, but discovering a beautifully preserved or rare era coin could become one of the most exciting moments in your collecting journey. Thanks for watching.